Winning. Got the tiger blood. Well, I got more of a jaguar blood, but just way cooler anyway. I think. Sure, Siegfried and Roy had tigers, but jaguars are much cooler. More wild too. Like me. I'm a little more wild than the average Joe. You know, it's funny. I got a text from a guy named Joe. And yes, I'm starting my job on Monday. This Monday. So I got to get some of these talks in while I can, right? Because I might not be doing it so much as I will. I'll find time. I'll find time to come talk to you guys. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. And now I'll be, the wife is like, you can't do a morning show every day of the week. You're going to be working, and it's going to be kind of physically demanding, and you're not going to be able to do it. I'm like, Thank you for saying that, because now I have to do it. I'm one of those people who, when people tell me I can't do something, I'm like, oh yeah? You think that? Is that what you think? Interesting. Okay. You can go ahead and think that. Because I'm gonna prove you wrong, bitch. No, I'm not calling her a bitch. I'm saying in general. Everybody's a bitch when they say that to me. Anyone in general. And I'm walking my bitch right now. She's a dog and she's female, right? Hey. Oh, it's just such a relief, though. Oh my God. Like, do you know what feeling relieved really is? When you have a certain goal and you're just working and working and working towards it, and actually it happens the way you envisioned it. That doesn't always happen. The way you envision things isn't exactly how things always turn out. We have to be, we're conditioned to think that, well, as long as it gets close, I'm okay. I'll be all right if it just gets close, or a semblance of what I was thinking might happen, and I'll just have to deal with it. I'll just have to be okay with that. It's like, that's it's an all right way to be if you just expect mediocre. And I'm not saying that if things don't work out for you, then you should just be like swarthy about it. But if you have a vision and you have a goal, you should really be hammering for that. You should be gunning for that and not settling. Because the more you settle, the more the inside of you is just like, it could have been, what could have been. And the more you start thinking to yourself, am I just not what I thought I was? Am I just not exactly, man, I know I could do so much more, so much better, so much this. And you gotta proving that to yourself is really, that's where the real confidence comes from. Just trying to prove things to. Are you okay, hon? Your foot, my dog's foot might be messed up. There's a church here. Oh, Kiki, what's wrong, honey? Hold on. Do you have like? Oh, you have like a briar or something on there. Okay. I thought it was like a bug. You're all right, honey. Yeah, just walk it off. Walk it off. That's where the real confidence does come from, and it's great to have confidence. And I'm often told that you have too much confidence, and I'm too into myself. But really, that's all you got. That's all you really do have. Yes, you have a family, maybe. If you do, then you're lucky. If you don't, then well, maybe you have friends. Maybe you have a job. Maybe you have a car. Maybe you have some clothes. Maybe you have something. If you don't have anything, then it's really hard to be confident about anything. I get it. So then all you have is yourself, and you have to sort of build upon that. And really, it's consistency. you know, and these are. I'm not speaking like, I'm not bringing up knowledge that no one knows, but I too have known these things and have been told these things time after time after time, and I don't, you know, it's like I don't listen, or I don't. Not that I don't believe. It's just I don't know how to quantify it, or didn't before. Oh, hello. Oh, she just wants to say hi. Oh,
it's so
thank
cute.
you. It's just you don't know how to quantify. Yeah. That's what people say. People say that if you work hard and you stay consistent and you really focus, that things will happen. But I've tried it, and it didn't work for me. And I say that I've said that so many times. I have, but buns. Yeah, I'm not showing my buns, and I'm not a baker. The only kind of buns I have are butt. This is my butt. Oh, okay. I'm smelling the mulch. That's what I'm like. What is that smell? Arusha G4D. This. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm talking about consistency. I'm talking about focus. About doing the things that you want. And really, I think this journey that I've been going on recently, it really did start months and months ago. I mean, in September. Was it September? Yeah, I think it was in September. My wife was like, "Hey, I got us a gym membership, a family gym membership at this place," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't want to go out on a date." No, not really. I mean, not like a date to find someone. I'm already married and all that. So, but thanks for noticing. Thanks for liking. Just hit the like and subscribe, then the bell. Hit the bell. It start. Yeah, I was just talking about my wife, and you're talking about dates. Maybe eat a date. Those are good, right? 11 years old. Why is everyone 11 years old on YouTube? What is going on? It's not made for kids. Get out of here, kid. Get off my YouTube lawn. But really, if you're 11, then you should be listening to some of the things I say. Because if you are consistent and you are practicing things, the things you want to do, you are getting involved with the things you want to get involved with. If you're doing it at a young age and you continue, by the time you're an adult, you will be on top of a mountain, while the rest of the people are wallowing down in the valley of men. They're wallowing in the shadows of other people's mountains. You like, oh, what is this? Oh, there's a little, oh wow, I didn't know you could go down right there. Is this someone's yard or is this part of the park? I don't know. If you like, let's say, sports, and you start working on your sports knowledge and your sports in your body and getting strong, by the time you're an adult, you'll be so far ahead of everyone else. Really, sports is one of those things you do have to start doing young. Although I wonder how bad it is to, they say you shouldn't work out super hard when you're young, it can stunt your growth. I'm wondering if we push children into sports too quickly. Like maybe everyone should just be chilling out until they're like in middle school, and then you can start really hammering it with the sports. I don't know. I'm no doctor, but probably smarter than most of them. Actually, I will maybe sub. I have to go. Hello. Hey. Yes, I'm a rocket ship. Yes. You know, it's funny. Artemis 2, the rocket ship. That's another thing that kind of helped. That kicked off my brain. You see, getting the gym membership, I wasn't ready for it. And literally in September, I didn't use it much. And the wife was kind of like, "What the fuck? I got this thing and you didn't use it." And I was like, "I didn't ask you to get it. I wasn't like, hey, we need a gym membership, get me one. You just said I got one, and then you expected me to start doing it." Like, I kind of wasn't ready. But then in October, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And in November, I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. The only problem is I was bringing one of my kids to the gym as well because they had daycare there, and she kept getting sick because she doesn't go to school, and she finally started getting some germs that didn't come from her brothers and sister, and it was like, I couldn't go back. She'd be so sick, I didn't want to go back. So I'd have to start and stop. I'd be like working out for 2 weeks and then not working out, and then working out for another 2 weeks and then not working out for 2 weeks, and eventually it was like, you know what, we can't keep buying this gym membership. It was kind of expensive too, because I'm not using it as much. But when I did go there, I would make sure that I really worked out hard. So it did actually help my stamina. It helped my cardiovascular a whole lot compared to what it was before. I usually don't walk this way. This is a nice walk. I could go for 3 hours, but I shouldn't. Is this bamboo? Oh my God, I hate bamboo. All of this is bamboo right here. My God. Oh, it sucks. Anyway. Oh shit, monkeys. I'm a monkey? Yes, well, I am a monkey. In the Chinese zodiac, I am a metal monkey. Metal monkey. Hard to melt. Hard to smelt. And once I form a blade of my metal self, I can cut through anything. It will kill. It will cut. It will kill. What a show. Forged in Fire. Anyway, so really, this journey that, all this month and a half, these 2 months, everything's been going great. Well, I actually started 6 months ago trying to build up, because there were some things that were happening with my wife's job, and it's like, okay, things are gonna have to change in a little while. We're turning around, doggy. We're turning around. No, I don't know what you're saying, Arusha. I'm just spitting here. This is not just for the live people. This is for future generations as well. That's what I realized earlier. I was like, oh yeah, even though I'm saying this to certain people right now, maybe they're listening, maybe they're not. This is a record. This is a record for people to look back upon. Because if I do end up doing anything great or anything good, literally I'm leaving a blueprint for some people to follow. You can follow it if you don't have to. But if you pay attention to the things I'm saying and the trajectory that I'm taking, perhaps you could emulate it. Say it, please. Say here. No, say here. Here. Say here. Here. What am I supposed to say? Hello? Actually, I maybe will say. Let me. Want to go? Okay, whatever. No, come on, doggy. Where are you going? Nope. No. Oh shoot! Through the tall grass. You're gonna get a tick, dog. Goddamn. So that's I had to build my body back up. I knew that. I knew I was, because at my studio for the band, there's this really big stairwell. I would go up the stairwell and I would just be huffing and puffing. And I didn't do much before. I'm like, oh, Jesus. I mean, yeah, I may be 45 years old, but I shouldn't be huffing and puffing like this. Not for, the fact that I'm not actually... Oh, okay, what am I supposed to say? Say it. It, please. Say what? Get the fuck out of here. Go. I don't want you here. Go. Okay, is that what I'm supposed to say? Trying to tell me what to do. Someone's making a lot of noise over there. That was weird. Maybe. Don't swear. Oh, what are you, baby? You are. I can swear if I want. I'm a 45-year-old man. Let's do what the fuck I want. You know what I mean? So, yeah, physically I knew I had to work myself, and I did. And I feel like that was, in recent times in my life, that was the first big step of me going like, oh yeah, that's right. I am consistently working out and trying to eat better, and it is working. There is a science to all this stuff. And as long as you follow it and you are actually doing it, because I would say, I'm trying, and I wasn't. For a lot of things. I had some fights with my wife over the past couple of years, and it'd be like, but I'm trying, but I wasn't. The only thing I was really doing was getting obsessed with online bullshit. you know, and then trying to stay afloat in my life, but really paying attention to the online bullshit. Look at the phone and, oh, it's time to go. Oh no. What's up? Oh, hey, it's Tommy. I need a soundbite for $2. Dan song. Yesterday's fan, tomorrow. $2 Dan. Yesterday's fan, tomorrow's assassin. I don't know. Is that in the right cadence? I don't know. You can't just do it over here. If I'm gonna do a soundbite, I gotta get downstairs in the studio and I gotta do it right. Come on, you know, if you really need something there, Trolley Tommy, you gotta do it right. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Is that bamboo coming through the freaking, like, the sidewalk? Through? Oh my God. Bamboo sucks. Bamboo sucks ass, man. So yeah, it was like that starting to work out and get my body breathing again and like feeling good was that first big step in like, oh yeah, if I just work on shit and I actually focus, I can actually accomplish things. Huh, it's interesting. Online BS is a good distraction from in real life BS. Yeah, but when you don't have, well, I didn't have a lot of in real life BS. I mean, not enough to have to get distracted from. Oh boy, I know you want to say hello. Oh boy. Hi. Oh yeah, little sniff, there you go. That's good enough. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, other Tommy, because, you know, trash talking Tommy McNulty is the original Tommy of the Dabbleverse, but I'll say Tommy 2 Tone, $2 Tommy, 2 cent Tommy. That's you. Hey, yeah, I did need to be distracted because when my mom died, almost 7 years ago now, 6.5, 7 years. What was it? Yeah, 2019, September 3rd, 2019. You know, it took a long time to settle in because literally 6 months later, I have gone through this story before, but I'll tell it right to you. Here you are. 6 months later, COVID started. So like my morning had to kind of go take a back seat. And at the time, I mean, I already had 2 kids and we were trying to get pregnant when my mom died. And the wife was like, do you want to continue? And I said, you know, she would want us to. She was excited about having grandkids, so yeah. And then we're gonna have a girl, so it's like, man, my mom wanted to meet a granddaughter, and like now we're having one, and she's dead, and like, what the fuck? Well, can I not have like more than one female that's directly related to me, my blood relation? Jesus Christ, at one time, what the fuck? You know, a lot of weird shit going through my head at the time. And then my fucking daughter's born and she looks exactly like my mother. It almost like acts like her. I'm like, dude, it's like reincarnation. But then of course now I'm all sad and shit. And then we buy a house because of the insurance money. So now I'm in this house that the only reason we have it is because my mom died. And I have a daughter that looks just like my mom. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know, not that I'd trade this all for my mom to be alive, but Jesus fuck, man. And it was rough. It was rough. So, you know, getting into compound media and in hot water and all that stuff was a good distraction from that. It really was. But you can get too far down the rabbit hole. And that's, in some ways, that's what happened to me. Because I was also, I mean, shit, I've been into this stuff for a long time. I wanted to work for Opie and Anthony back in the day. I made sound clips. If you look at my videos, some of them are there. And you know what? I was looking back at those recently and they're fucking good. Like, I was like, dude, I was onto something. I was literally cutting clips out of MP3s that I downloaded from Pirate Bay. I didn't have the actual, you know, mic feeds like the guys who worked at Sirius did. And I was killing it compared to them. They were all terrible. Sam Roberts, Troy Kwan, fucking E-Rock, even Travis. Travis was the best of all of them, but none of them were making like really cool skits and stuff out of the stuff that Opie, Anthony, and Jim were doing. And I had all these ideas. I was like, dude, I'm gonna be an intern. I actually was in the jingle contest, got very far. the Radio Wizard parody, or Radio Pinball Wizard, Radio Wizard, that was mine, and it made it to the very end, and then Steven Singer didn't choose my fucking thing, and I didn't win $1,000, and I didn't become a, if I had that $1,000, if I had won that, I would have forced myself to go to college and try to be an intern at Sirius, but didn't work out. Anyway, so yes, the Dabbleverse was a nice distraction for a while, but I got too deep into it. Let's see. But he said, show me your podcast. Hello, I'm from Russia. Like for luck. Have a good day, friend. Thank you. Yes, like me. See, I told Jordan. I sure do. No, just yesterday's fan, tomorrow's... Yesterday's fan, tomorrow's assassin. Give me notes. Give me notes if you want it different. That's how it works. I'm an actor. You can give me notes. Tell me how you want it. Online, okay, bye, don't swear. Okay, yeah, I'm back. Here we are. Sorry for your loss. That's awesome. Your daughter reminds you of her. Sweet, done. No, sweet. That was it. Nice. See? Getting shit done. Like, states away. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is. Well, it is kind of sweet that she reminds me of her. But again, it was very, at first it was kind of disturbing and, like, sad. You know, because I just, like, you want to, like, kind of get away from the thoughts of that, because you know there's all kinds of shit you start thinking, like, oh, what if I had like been around more and I brought the kids around more, and maybe the cancer wouldn't have killed her as fast, maybe the kid having this, you know, I was trying to give her space because I knew she was sick, and you know, and she was, you know, literally she did like 3 treatments of chemo and then fucking died. So you know what I mean, it was like pretty tragic. It was like quick. Like, on Mother's Day is when she told me she was gonna, like, oh, I'm going in for a biopsy. Mother's Day's coming up. And then by, like, June, mid-June, late June, she's like, oh, yeah, they think it's cancer. Oh, and then by mid-July, it was like, well, do they know what stage it is? No, they don't know. By the end of July, oh, it's stage 4 stomach cancer. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? And then, yeah, she started treatments. And then one of the doctors, you know, the doctors were all like, oh, you know, you might make it. It was stage 4, though. It's made it through the stomach lining. You know, it's not a good prognosis. But then one of the doctors was like, there's no way. And literally when that doctor said that to her, she declined. Or she started going down. It was weird. It was really weird. It's like just the power of the mind, you know what I mean? So, and that's what I'm talking about here, the power of the mind, the power to, you know, rejuvenate yourself. It's possible. You just can't let yourself get too far down. And I know, Tommy, that maybe some things have happened recently with your family. I think I heard, like, some people passed or whatever, and yeah, it sucks, man. And maybe some of the way that you're acting is a response to that. I could see that, you know, but I'm really not trying to be an asshole when I say things. I'm just trying, I literally am trying to give constructive criticism, because you got a lot of energy, you got a lot of spunk. You need to hone it. You need to hone yourself. You can't expect to be a star of the stage when you just got to the stage. You know what I mean? You can't start working at the comedy club as a bouncer and be like, I'm going to be Dave Chappelle in 2 months. It ain't going to happen. 2 weeks, talk about 2 decades. Then maybe you'd be like, okay, I think I know what I'm doing now. Oof, Luke. Oof. Yeah, leave it at that. What? I'm being real here. Oh, Jim, I got my job. Yeah, I'm gonna start on Monday, by the way, if you didn't hear. That's why I'm so excited. That's why I'm doing these lives. I gotta do so many of them now. I gotta document shit, because I might not be able to do so many lives anymore, you know? I mean, driving lives and things like that, but you know, I want to be safe. I'm driving on the highway. I probably shouldn't be doing that. But anyway, I don't like Tommy, but I would say sorry for your loss, and not at the part about maybe this is why you suck. No. I'm not saying maybe that's not that's why you suck, but maybe that's why he's being so, you know, he's being a little overbearing, or like he feels like he's got to fill in some space inside himself with the performance stuff, and like, it just chill out, man. Be cool. Just be cool. Like at a party, man. You want to be that guy that everyone's like, Whew. Yeah, I don't know. Who invited that guy? You want to be cool, man. Watch, I'll do it myself. Tommy, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sure that's not why you are a piece of shit. I didn't say that. You're putting words in my mouth. Stop shoving things in my mouth like you did that time that we were at in hot water. Luke's right. Let's add him to the list. After we get doctor, let's get Tommy. Get the doctor? What doctor? Dr. Steve? Oh, you've got to keep drinking good fluids. Oh. I thought you were slowing down to let me cross. What a dick. I'm gonna go. Come on. Let's go. Let's cross the street. I'm at a crosswalk and people ain't stopping. It's a motherfucker. No, but I know what it's like to be at a loss and, trying to like find yourself and overcompensate. Although, in a way, the loss that I experienced did kind of force me to become more of an adult, because it kind of had to be. I already had a few kids already and getting a house and all that shit. And I was still kind of stuck in an arrested state of development, honestly. And now it's not so bad. I'm still like a kid, but I get my shit done. No, he's like you, Luke. He runs men down. Who? I run men down. Who? I don't run anyone down, But if someone's gonna be a dick, I can fucking poke them. I can poke them hard. I can poke them in the spirit. I won't poke them physically, but I'll poke them in their brains. Poke them in the spirits. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'll make them bleed all over the place, but not real. Not like real blood. Spiritual blood. And then I'll suck it all up, like a vampire. That's what I do. That's where I get most of my oil of Christ. How does Jim work with such a distracted guy? Yeah, you watch one of our morning shows. Yeah, the thing is I'm not distracted anymore. I'm learning how to actually ride upon the chaos with my surfboard of steel. Of my metal monkey surfboard. You see, it all comes back in the wash. Let's see. 2 decades, Tojo. Exactly. That's all you need. 2 more decades. Once you're in your fucking mid-40s, you'll have it all figured out. Don't worry. Yeah. TJ's new name is Dumb Slump. God damn. Okay. Did you like the video that I made? Breaking Tojo? Maybe that's what you need. You need somebody's fucking knee in your back to fucking break you a little bit. Break that horse. Just like, you're like a wild horse that needs to be broken. Exactly. And, or like a dog. The last name Hunton, we were traditionally the owners of the hunting grounds and the people who cared for the royal hunting dogs. So I know how to break a dog of its wildness. You ask Tommy, I'm a fucking life coach. And I think, really, when he said that to me, I kind of took it to heart, because I'm like, I could pretend to be a life coach. And if I'm going to play the part of a life coach, then I better get my shit together. And I did. I'm trying. More so than before. I'm not going to say it's all perfect now, but it's heading in the right direction. So thanks, Tom. Thanks for the inspiration. Advice I listen to. Tommy, those who can't teach, perhaps you just write down Luke's advice. No, well, you see, I always said that. I'm not good at teaching because I just do. But that's because I was just kind of shooting from the hip all the time. I wasn't focusing enough to be able to quantify what the hell was happening all the time. And now I kind of can. I can sit back for a second and think about it for a minute and go, how is this happening? Why is this happening? And I go, oh, and now when I focus on it, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I see it. All right. And, and then I go back to my chaoticness because I'm like, well, if I start really, if I'm creating formulas now, then I don't feel like I'm fresh. You know what I mean? So I think about it and then I forget about it. It's kind of like learning lines to a play or a movie. It's like you don't need to remember them forever. You just got to remember them long enough to do the performance, and then you can forget about it. It's okay. And that's one thing I have learned over the years. Like even songs, like I barely know the words to most songs. And then if I need to perform it, if I need to learn it, I will learn it. And then if I don't play that song for a while, it kind of just slips away, and that's okay. I don't, whatever. I'll learn it again. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna play that song anymore. I mean, what's a song that we used to play we don't play anymore? Like Paint It Black. Like we used to play that, and like I was listening to it today, and I was singing to it, and I was like, I don't remember all the words, most of them. And I'm like, but I don't think we're gonna do this song anymore, so I don't even need to learn it. I don't look a day over 22, Pudjo. Oh damn! There's fighting in the chats. Everybody's fighting in the chats. This is great. Thanks for all the interaction, boys. This is really gonna get me some numbers. Actually, my numbers are going up. I'm not. No, my weight has gone down, but my member numbers are going up. My watch hours are going up. I'm gonna get monetized not pretty soon, but in a little bit. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. Now I'm getting tired. It's because you're getting all excited, and I'm very excited about the job though. Oh fuck that part of the journey is finally fucking over. Jesus Christ. Like I get in a guy. I was gonna sign papers 3 weeks ago today, and I got in that car accident, and it's been 3 weeks of like, well, maybe I don't know, and hemming and hawing by the guy that was hiring me, and this, and I'm like, what would you have done if I had signed those papers on that Thursday? Like, what you would have just called me back, been like, I don't know, the schedule that you said you could work and the one that I said was approved isn't approved now. What? And then of course, I go through all this rigmarole, and then he tells me, oh yeah, you do a query check, and then you do your, if you pass the drug test, then you can come in, and then you'll do your training, you'll start working, doing this and going here and meeting the supervisor, and then you and him can talk about your scheduling and how what's going to work well for you. And I'm like, wasn't the schedule the pivot point of the entire reason why you weren't gonna hire me and then were gonna hire me? What the fuck, dude? But I didn't say anything. It was just like, okay, yeah, you fucking crazy dude. An overlit mole? Yeah, it is. I got a mole. I've had it since I was like 18. I mean, I've heard that the life of a mole is like 30 years. So it should be going away soon. Maybe I won't have to get it lasered off. Maybe it will just like fold in on itself and disappear like a black hole. Luke doesn't have time for the song. Now it's day laborers painting it black. Hey, don't be giving out my secrets. I'm not in New Jersey. A booger pimple shoots for the hip. A brag now. Sometimes if you can shoot from the hip, I mean, if I'm in the Wild West and I can shoot from the hip and I can kill anyone, I mean, isn't that a brag? I mean, come on. I'd get fired on day one. LOL. Yep, all the terrible things to me, Tommy. I get it. I was that way too about a certain someone, but really a lot of terrible things had already happened to that someone, so nothing I could say or do would even compare to how he fucked his own life up. So whatever. Preparing a story here, an alibi. Already set to explain to wife why he won't be working. Yeah. Maybe I'll fall in the street and get run over, and then oh no, I need a wheelchair now. I know someone I can hit up. What's going on? No. There are no alibis. There are only lullabies to paralyze. And I'm almost home, so it was nice seeing y'all. I'm joking. You can work at least one pay period before I hope it. Okay. Whatever. Did the trust fund pay for your education too? Later.